Hello there, me again. You don't know I exist, probably, because, well, I started this like 20 minutes ago, doing albums and stuff. But, this album I'm going to review is by a band called Maya, signed to Sumer Records. This is like their, I believe, third full-length album with Sumer Records, and it's called Eclipse. But luckily, it's not about sparkly vampires, so that's good. Uh, Anyway, Veil Maya. A little bit about Veil Maya because they're not talked about too much. Veil Maya is a band that is a deathcore band, has a lot of progressive elements, and has lots of djent in it. I consider djent a specific classification. I know there's a big argument about that too. If you want to comment on this video and talk about it, don't waste your time because I don't really give a shit. So anyway, let's talk about Veil Maya. I've listened to this record like a billion times, so I know very much. Uh, yeah, so this record, obviously, like, well, first off, let's talk about the production, because there's a lot about the production. The production's, like, really good. Like, if you listen to other albums, it was more like a garage kind of production, when this was basically limiting Veil Maya was, what can we do live? So, yeah, definitely, they've done a lot with the production of the album. I'm tired. Anyway, and actually it was produced by Periphery. Sorry, I can't ever say their name right. Another band signed to Sumer Records. Periphery helped them, like, I'm not sure if it was writing, but they definitely, I know they helped with production. But, yep, it sounds really good. And also a thing about their vocalist, don't know his name, I gotta learn names. But anyway, the vocalist of Veil Maya has changed a lot because it doesn't sound like he's having trouble with his screams or his vocals. Like on previous albums, if you listen to it closely, sometimes it sounds like he's having a little trouble. Also, live, it doesn't sound like as good. He's being well produced, though. But this album, definitely, he's improving his vocals, which is good. That's good for him. I always liked him, and he's improved. And the band is kind of improving too, because their sound is starting to change. They're starting to sound more melodic. And there's also keyboards, which there was always keyboards, but they're not as heard much. You have to really listen for the keyboards because they're in the background. Like, it took me forever to realize they were in the one song called Punisher, which we'll definitely get into that song later. Though, but yep, the keys are very behind the scenes. Like, if you listen to ID, they're kind of more out there. They're not used much. This isn't a electronic band really at all. They're just using keyboards to accent some specific things, which is another thing I always liked about this band, that they don't really use the keyboard thing too much. They just use it enough. They don't use it much. They're more focused on their guitar work and their drums and their vocals and all that good stuff. No, but yeah. So another thing that's really special about this album is that, I don't know, there was some guy who was bashing either Veil Maya or Periphery. I can never say their name right, probably never will. And they put a little sound bite in the song Punisher. It is some guy reviewing it, and it says all they have is just something like that. And actually, what they do to insult the guy who did this was how he said it. They literally made it a riff in the song and use it for the rest of the song, and where there's like a breakdown, and they use that as a riff. Though, but if you look at their songs, they have plenty of riffs and plenty of other stuff, and that guy is really wrong. It's stupid, and should hide in a bunker, because probably most Veil Maya Periphery fans are hunting him down to kill him. Hopefully not really, because that would be mean. I mean, you don't want to kill the guy. It's probably nice. I don't know. I'll never know. I'll probably never know you if you're watching this. So, no, but the drums I really want to talk about. Why is because the drummer, don't know his name either, though, but he's like really good with his like Gravity Blast. Like they're offbeat and they sound really cool. And he's very creative with his drumming, and I applaud him for that. He's very good at it. Did a good job. This band, this album is like really good. I know if you saw my last video, I didn't give out numbers, like a rating scale, but I'm gonna give it. There's a scale, 1 to 10, like 10 being freaking amazing, and 1 and under being this is fucking shit. I'd give this like an 8 and a 9. An 8. Well, personally, it's like a 10. No, but for everyone else, it's like an 8. So go and listen to it, and listen to other bands, Zoom Records, and